There's a lot of gritty stuff in here. Well, I did a little cleaning up around here. I ain't done yet, but I ain't had a lot of time to do nothing out here. Went ahead and took this clutch off. Try to get back in here to see if this is a freeze plug leaking or whatever. Still dripping, as you can see. Try to get a better look at things. So once I get this flywheel off, we'll see what we got. Alrighty, I'll be back when I got that off. Okay, back to messing with this engine here a little bit when I can. Kind of multitasking. Got to fix the backup cam harness on that thing. Almost done with it. Figured I'd mess with this while I'm waiting on some things to set up over there. Trying to work on getting some block plugs and stuff out here or whatever. There's an old petcock right there that it's giving me trouble. To try to try to get more of the water out of the block here so I ain't making a mess when I go to pop that freeze plug out or anything else I go to do. Just kind of taking baby steps here, doing what I can when I can. So, kind of got a sketchy setup here. It was draining out that hose there. I was trying to get it over that way some, but anyway, I'll let you know when I make some progress. Well, got that out of there. Made a little mess getting it out. Basically, I'd take the whole thing out. It wore out. I just replaced it or put another plug fitting in there or something. So yeah, go ahead and drain this block and keep getting it done. Alright, so I'm gonna hold off messing with that freeze plug. I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about doing everything yet. Plus I need to figure out how to get possibly this thing on an engine stand, but the way it mounts up is different than other stuff. And I don't know if it'll be too much pressure on the bolts, and I don't know if my stand will be safe enough to do it with. Unless I run the arms down here lower on these, the dowels, and put bolts or something through that. Not really sure. Well, that might be, can't remember how to check, they might be soldered there. I mean, so maybe that will be fine. Plus I got one of them, can't see it, it's over there, 3-wheel job engine stands. Be nice if I had a 4-wheel, but I don't. So sketchy to say the least. So anyhow, guess I'm gonna go ahead start getting these some of these front accessory brackets, this water pump pulley off. Any other stuff that ain't really necessary at the moment. Get it down to the bare bones here. Figure a little at a time, better than nothing. So set you up here while you watch me do that a little bit. Okay, apparently there's more to taking that off than what I think. Oh, maybe it'll just come off. Oh, that part will. regardless. Maybe that's all part of the water pump. I don't know. I'd investigate further with that, but that off the side there. Try it all stays together. Not a hammer, but what I have handy. I don't know if this is going to come off or not. Okay, it does come off. I guess that's all of that. Just massive alternator bracket off here.
Some fuel lines anyway.
Got that off her. Make sure to keep the bolts with it. Tighten them two bolts back up on there, just for a little bit. This bracket over here. I had to re-rig the chain. Let's take that off. See if I can get this hose rest way off here. All this stuff out of the way. It's all for later. Alright, I think I'm going to take some time here off camera, because you don't want to watch me do this. Try to scrape off some of this grease, get a better look at things on the front of this, so I understand what's going on. Excuse me. That's what I'm going to do here, so. A little out of time, so I'll be back. Well, I've been scraping away at the front of this engine, trying to get some of this grease cleaned off here, a little at a time. As I was doing so, thought I saw a little leak, so I poked around at it. Another freeze plug, front one. So I'm probably gonna check it all over. You know, luckily those shouldn't be too hard to get. I mean, all kinds of engines have them. They're assorted sizes, so. There's 2 freeze plugs it needs now. I'm slowly getting this thing cleaned up here. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to use my engine stand or what I'm going to do, but kind of a slower process than what I'm used to, so I'll keep chipping away at it here as much as I can. No pun intended. This thing got all kinds of grease on it, just built up from over probably 40, 50 years, who knows. But I'm slowly working away at it. So, finally got an engine stand here for this thing. Got it all together, went to go fit up the, that part. And, ran into a little issue. You can't line up these lower ones. Apparently without modification or making longer arms. According to the International Harvester Trucks, one of the pages on Facebook there posted about it. See if they could help me out. Didn't know if there's a special way to do this. But according to everybody on there, you gotta make it work. So now I'm at that hurdle. Like, I'm just running into dumb, unexpected stuff on this thing now. So now I gotta do that, or figure something out here. Because I even tried my mount off the other stand. So I'm gonna stand still there with that. Great. Alright. So I got them holes all drilled out like you seen there. Pretty much line up for the most part the way it should. Some things are a little off maybe, but not too much. I gotta get some longer bolts yet and some washers and yeah, bolts for there and nuts. Maybe some lock washers once I able to. I just can't at the moment. Not going into all that right now, but just things that are out of my control. And I got everything just kind of mocked up here. Screwed them out some to measure to make sure it's even 9 3/4. About the same down there, close to it. Try to make that close as possible so this is up against the engine flush there and it's not cattywampus or anything, so I don't want to put any strain on anything. I want everything, all the load equal, so that's why one reason I had to get washers to fill these gaps. Got some here, but I'll need more. Basically, I'll need to, put them in there like that on some of these. So I just want to get longer bolts so they go in there far enough and hold. Don't damage nothing from the weight. So that's where we're at here. Until I can do that. That's it for now. So see you all ASAP. Alright, well, finally got bolts and a bunch of washers. This is all tight on here now. I measured everything. Should be even. Real close to it. So I believe this will work fine. So yeah, I guess we'll get to putting this thing on the stand. So I guess I'll set you up for that. Well, it's on there. I guess it's alright. Must be how this thing's just made. It does lean to the right a little bit. It's in the center hole. I don't think any of the arms will make a difference because you can see the thing is cocked too, so it's all on how they do that, I guess. I'll still be careful with her. It's still a lot of weight. I mean, it should be okay. Still gotta, be careful regardless of what you got. Anyway, it's on the stand. Do a little bit more now. Just keep working at her. I'll be back. Alright, so I actually re-rigged this thing on the stand again. I didn't like how it was sitting before. It kind of a little cocked one way. So I just adjusted the back mount there. I guess it's alright. It looks a little goofy, but I guess as long as nothing moves. But Yeah, it was like leaning more to the right. I can't remember, but I guess I'm gonna start tearing into this, taking some of this crap off here, like these heater hoses and cap, distributor cap, and plug wires. Maybe cool, you know, just little things like that. And hook some of these other hoses, radiator, coolant hoses. Start turning this thing down to the nitty gritty. So I'll set you up while I do that, I guess. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I got some of that stuff off. I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do, pull the plugs, or at least loosen them, and then take that back one out, number 8, because for some reason they time these international V8s on the number 8 instead of the number 1 cylinder like usual. I'm just gonna put, I guess, put the motor at top dead center so it's there. I mean, it may or may not get turned in the process, but I figure once I get down here to the timing set and all that, everything should be lined up where I need it to be, so I know where it goes later. I mean, I may be overthinking this. It's been a while since I did a cam lifter job in anything, but that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And figure out what I'm turning into next. Alrighty. Alright, got that out. I already got the other ones loose. Didn't take them all the way out yet. To make it a little easier to turn over by hand. So we'll do there. Alright, looks like that's up. Luckily, hard for you to see, but you can kind of see where it is there since the engine's out. It's top of the piston. So that's up. Now I just gotta decide what I'm taking off next. Probably a lot of these accessories and, well, not just water pump. Eventually take the distributor all the way out, I guess. May turn that some more because I think the rotor's supposed to be pointing at 8. It may not be on the right stroke. I'm not sure, but video I saw about timing this thing, that's what it said. It should be pointing at 8. Granted, I'm not finished and timing it to run, but I like to put everything where it should be. So, get back to you once I figure out what I'm doing next. Alright. So, okay, Okay, got finished taking this hose off here. I did loosen the clamps earlier. I think what I'm gonna do, take the water pump, and these lines that run to it, water pump housing, I guess you could say. Kind of a unique deal there. Probably a fuel pump. You know, get this stuff off the front here. As much as I can, I guess. Ain't worried about that stuff right now. Motor mount, whatever you want to call them, mounts, front mounts. Got to look into how the balancer comes off there. If it comes out off like any other engine or anything special. Then I guess from there we'll go back up top here. I just set this in place back on here. I took air, went ahead and tried to blow this off some. Had some residual dust and dirt laying around. There's probably still some, but I wanted to blow it off real quick, and I didn't want to get no dirt inside the distributor there. So that's what I'll do here. I guess I'll take that stuff off and continue on from there. Eventually I want to drain the oil out of it and drop the pan, check, make sure, see if there's any material laying in it. Hopefully not, but we'll get there. Just taking it one day, one step at a time, or however I gotta do it. Just trying to be careful what I do. I'm in no big rush, but want to keep the content coming, so. Anyhow, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm done rambling. If it's just stuck on there, if you're, why I gotta get that off. Oh, it should come. Everything holding me up is those. Those lines go in there. I may need some time to figure this out. Well, as you can see, I got the water pump off. Had this on charge, so it wasn't rolling, but once I started getting this hose that went to it off here, that elbow hose that went to the water pump and connected there. Once I got that to come off more, it started loosening up, and they pulled right out. Looks like they had it all kinds of Permatex in there too, so that didn't help. So I think I'm gonna scrape some of this crud off here and stuff. Put this back on the charger a while. Y'all don't want to see me scraping at that. I don't think I need to show anybody how to scrape grease off an engine. So I'll do that and then come on back to whatever I decide to do next. So it'll probably be a fuel pump. I don't know. Exhaust manifolds will come off eventually too, but not really worried about them right at the moment. So anyhow, I'm gonna do. Be back. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I guess take this fuel pump off. I might even do the exhaust manifold while I'm at it, or attempt to. Need a long fuel pump's off. I had to get the air boy on that one. Alright, well, let this one loose. Be like that. Alright, that one's off. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other one off. I ain't gonna film it. Alright, hey, what's up, guys? Jump ahead here a little bit. I been scraping away at this engine, trying to get some of this grime and grease off of it. There's still a good bit yet. I'm getting down there where you can see an engine. You know, I'll probably spray it down with some stuff here and let it soak overnight or a couple days or something. But for that, I'm probably just gonna mainly focusing on degreasing the block in the front and rear of it, I guess you could say. Not so much focused on heads and oil pan right now, because some of that stuff might be coming off anyway, especially if I get a whole gasket kit. But anyway, before I get that far, then I'm gonna go ahead and focus on getting the intake off this distributor. I already took the coil off that was there. Like I said, the coil was here on the bracket, bolted down. An arm or a bracket came off that. I went ahead and took that off. I took the front mounts off here on each side. It looks like this one, thought the bolt was gone, but this was clearly messed with once before a long time ago. I think it's broke off in there. So I may have to figure out how to get that out. Keep my fingers crossed that ain't too bad of a job. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and probably focus on getting this intake and the distributor out of it. Get it down here where I can clean it off a little better. I mean, I'm not gonna clean it perfect this round, just down enough to where I can start doing work to it. You know, later on after I change, you know, all the gasket seals and cam lifters and all that crap, you know, before it goes back in the truck, I'll probably clean it up and paint it. So I'll clean it up real good then. I can clean up the intake, the oil pan, and things like valve covers. I can clean them up separately and do them. So that's what we're doing. I can't remember if I already said before that I also already took off the exhaust manifolds. Actually, I think I did film that. Sorry, but anyway, so where we're at here, I figured I'd get a lot more done if I wasn't trying to film at the same time. Plus, scraping away at grease is boring, and y'all don't want to watch that anyway. As you can see, I still got a lot of it to do back here. I mean, I probably won't focus too hard on areas you're not going to see after it's in the truck, I'll be honest with you, but and I ain't decided when I'm going to do the freeze plugs on this yet. I mean, I guess I could do them at any time, but it'll definitely be before I get the block painted and all that, but we're a long ways from that, so haven't even ordered parts yet. I want to get down to the nitty-gritty and see what the damage might be and what parts I might have to order. I mean, I've already got in mind what I want to order, but just figured I'd be sure first. Anyhow, that's where we're at. I set you up here to watch me take that off. For those two things. heavy. Sweet. Guess she is a little heavy. Ooh. Whew. Got a little weight to it. As you can see, there's a still got a valley pan there, valley cover, whatever you want to call it. But we're getting there. Alright. I was going to take that valley cover off there, but I think before I do that, I think I'm just going to go ahead and drench this thing in some degreaser. Let it sit overnight, and then try to clean it up a little better tomorrow. I don't want to get a lot of dirt in any of the important areas. Little as possible. I did block some of the ports there. I ain't so much worried about the coolant ports as I am intake and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do. And this might not be the exactly right way to do things, but how I'm doing it, done it in the past. I'll let that sit and do its thing overnight and tear back into it tomorrow or something. This is the worst part of the process, just getting this thing cleaned up. Working with the resources I have. I don't got a water source down here. So. Alright, we're back here messing with this again. I think what I'm going to do, then we'll try to take this pulley off, the balancer. I think it all comes off together. Can't tell. So I took the 6 bolts out that are in the pulley part, and it hasn't came off yet. But I think I'm gonna try to hook my puller up to it and pull it off of that, or because I ain't got the big center bolt out yet. See if I can get that out. Might need air impact, I'm not sure. The pulley part of this would be separate. Guess not. I don't know how well this pulley will work. Kind of seen better days. I won't even hold that on there anymore. Look, these are the right bolts. I don't know if I should get a washer quarter socket. Hold on, I'm gonna take this back off here. Figure out a way to keep that end on. Alright, put another O-ring on the end of this. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it's centered enough. Probably better to do this by hand. Let me get a socket on there. She's coming. Let me use left-handed so you'll see. She's coming. Oh yeah, it's coming. She is. Alright, that's out of the way now. That was easier than I thought. down more degreaser and blew it off. Drenched it in a brake clean, blew some of that off. Better than it was. There's still some spots that need attention, but they can get attention later. This is good enough to start working on it, and I can clean up the heads and oil pan and valve covers and stuff a little better later. But I can get down to what I'm really looking to do here. So I'll blow this off some more and maybe drain the oil out of it. Drop the pan, see what that looks like. Hoping there ain't no bearing material in it. Well, it does look better. If anybody knows what color paint this engine, or what color paint they use on these engines, it looks like a reddish orange color. Almost like a Chevy orange, unless this thing was messed with before. It's not the factory color. I just figured it'd be like an International Harvester Red or something, but I could be wrong. What everybody else used, or what did they use? So I know when it comes down to the time. Well, anyhow, I'm gonna move ahead here. Alright, so done drained the oil out of it. Looks like, well, I don't know what the bubbles are. Foam or just parts degreaser that might have got in it, I don't know. Or just the oil, I don't know what that is. Yeah, not sure, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Then I'm gonna go ahead and try to pull this pan, see what it looks like in there. So, set you up while I do that. Well, got the pan off here. I ain't found anything super alarming. I mean, there is some of this stuff stuck to the bottom of the pan. I don't know if it's just thick oil or I don't think it's metal, because nothing really sticks to my magnet when I put it on there. I mean, it could be assembly lube or something, but I ain't found metal shavings, but I have found some, like, I don't know what this is. I don't know, see if that sticks to my magnet. I don't know if that's sticking to the magnet because it's metal or it's just got sludgy oil making it stick. Let's try something here. Not sure what that is. I mean, it's kind of sticking to this, but it don't act like it's drawn to it. It's almost like gasket material. Like that black stuff I found early on when I was starting to look at things up top. It could be just gasket material. I mean, I'll see what else I find in here when I clean this out better. Not sure if I'll record that or not, but we'll see. I mean, I ain't seen nothing too horrible. Maybe y'all think I just don't know what I'm looking at, but maybe you're right. But I was expecting to see big chunks and shavings and, you know, just cam bearings look like fucking copper shavings in here or something, but I don't know. Maybe it's alright. Thinking it might be, but you know, just being cautious. That's what I found. I mean, I ain't looked at this too much, but that's probably what I'm gonna really do today. So that's where we're at. Alrighty. Alright, well, I put this oil pan in the parts washer here and ran stuff through this paint strainer here. Washer solution and carb cleaner and whatnot. Dumped it into this. And there's a lot of gritty stuff in here. Still not totally sold on it being metal, but it could be some of it. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to start, well, this is what we found so far, what I've just said. I'm probably going to make this the end of this video because it's already long enough. And then the next one will be pinpointing, seeing if there's any deeper damage caused by this, or see if this is bearing material or something. So I'll probably tear into the motor. Probably go take the heads off, make it easier to flip. Needs all new gaskets and seals anyway. And it's kind of sketchy trying to turn on that engine stand over there. I've done mess with it some, and it's just, I'd rather not flip it, so I figure I get the weight of the heads off of it, because it's still pretty heavy, and flipping it by myself. So I'm probably gonna tear that down more and make a decision there. I mean, I'll probably take some caps off, see how the bearings look, and that might make my final decision. And that should lead into cam and lifters and all that, depending on what that shows. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So we got to tore down that far. So like, share, subscribe, do the bell thing if you're interested. Tell your friends. So yeah, that's what we found. So I'll keep tearing away at this, and see you on the next one.